Today, we're going to be talking about a really fascinating tool called Lumina. The whole idea here is to take all those static documents you have, all that knowledge just sitting there, and turn it into this powerful, interactive AI that you can use pretty much anywhere. So let's jump in and see how it works.
So let's start with a question. Just think about it for a second. All that incredible expertise you've built up, your company's core processes, all that research, where is it right now? I bet a lot of it is just sitting there, maybe in some PDFs, old handbooks, or reports that are a real pain for anyone to find anything in quickly, right? This is a massive problem for, well, pretty much all of us. And that right there, that's what we're calling the knowledge trap. It's this idea that your single most valuable asset, your information, is completely locked away in these digital silos. And what happens? Well, you get a ton of wasted time, you have people asking the same questions over and over again, and you end up with frustrated customers or even employees who just can't get the answers they need.
Okay, but what if you had a key to unlock all of that knowledge? Well, that's exactly what Lumina is all about. It's designed to be that key, the solution that takes those, static, kind of lifeless documents and breathes new life into them, turning them into a dynamic conversational resource. And the best part? The whole process is incredibly simple. It's really just a three-step journey. So, first, you just upload your documents. We're talking PDFs, text files, whatever you've got. Step 2, you get to instantly test it out by chatting with your new AI in what they call a playground. And then, step 3, you deploy it. That's it. You can share it with a simple link or even embed a chat widget directly on your website. It is that fast.
I love this quote because it just perfectly captures the whole idea here. Upload your knowledge once, deploy it everywhere, serve it conversationally. Think about that. You do the upfront work just one time, and after that, you can serve it up as a conversation to anyone, anywhere, anytime. The whole point is just massive efficiency and incredible reach.
So you might be wondering, okay, who is this actually for? And honestly, the applications are just incredibly broad. We're talking everyone from individual experts all the way up to massive organizations. Let's actually break down a few examples to see what that looks like.
Okay, first up, let's talk about individual experts. For them, the power here is really personal. So imagine you're a professor. Your students could get answers from your lecture notes 24/7. Think of all the repetitive emails that would eliminate. Or what if you're an author? Your readers could literally have a conversation with your book. It's wild. And if you're a consultant, you could give your clients a dedicated AI assistant that's been trained on all your specific technical advice.
Now let's scale it up a bit to growing businesses. This is where Lumina starts to solve some of those real-world operational headaches. You know what I mean? An e-commerce store, for example, could slash the return rate just by having an AI that can answer really complex sizing questions. An HR department could take that boring old employee handbook and turn it into an interactive onboarding tool that people actually use. And for folks out in the field, like technicians, this means instant access to gigantic technical manuals right there on their phones.
And then, of course, you get to the enterprise level. And here, the scale of the impact is just massive. Think about customer support. You could dramatically, and I mean dramatically, cut down on support tickets by swapping out that old static FAQ page for an intelligent conversational assistant. And that same principle applies all across the organization, right? Whether it's for legal teams who need to pull up case history or for IT departments who want to help employees solve their own tech problems.
Okay, so whenever you start talking about uploading important, sensitive documents, there's always one big question that comes up, right? Security. And Lumina totally gets that. They address this head-on by building the entire platform with enterprise-grade security and compliance baked in from the very beginning.
And you can see it right here. They're fully compliant with all the big data privacy regulations, like GDPR over in Europe and CCPA in California. Plus, they're SOC 2 ready, which, if you don't know, is a really key industry benchmark for proving you can manage customer data securely. This kind of commitment to standards, it's all about building trust.
But they actually go even further when it comes to being transparent. The whole platform is designed to protect your data using encryption. And that's for everything, from your documents to your chat history. But what's just as important is what they don't do. The platform is specifically designed to never store your most sensitive info in a vulnerable way. We're talking no plain text passwords, no credit card details, and that level of clarity, well, it's absolutely key.
All right, so let's bring this all together. What's the real tangible impact here? What's the core advantage you get when you unlock all this knowledge and make it instantly accessible to everyone?
Well, here's a number that really speaks for itself. For customer support teams, just by deploying a conversational AI instead of one of those old-school static FAQ pages, they can see a reduction in support tickets by up to 80%. 80! That is a massive and, more importantly, a measurable improvement in efficiency.
And the amazing thing is, these benefits are pretty much universal. They apply to everyone, from a single consultant working on their own all the way to a global enterprise. You get 24/7 availability, a drastic reduction in costs, and you get answers that are both instant and perfectly consistent every single time. Plus, it scales effortlessly. So as you grow, it grows right along with you without missing a beat.
So let's just end with this one thought. I want you to imagine for a moment that all of your organization's expertise, all that valuable knowledge, wasn't trapped anymore. Imagine it was active, intelligent, and available to anyone who needed it, instantly. Just think about that. What could you and your team achieve then? It's a pretty powerful question to think about, isn't it?